So final progression here for your isometrics. Legs are in tabletop, pelvis stays in neutral throughout. You're gonna take both hands to both knees here. You're gonna inhale first, exhale, create that connection. Feel your abdominals activate even more as your hands press into both knees respectively. Pressing just enough to connect more into that core, not pushing as hard as you can. Hold that press for the entire part of your exhale. Inhale to take that tension off your hands. Exhale to reconnect.
Hammer curl to overhead press. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my legs in a split stance. So again, that's one leg slightly in front of the other, just to give me a nice base of support to keep my rib cage stacked right over my pelvis. I'm going to bicep curl and then overhead press straight up, and then inhale one nice long breath to bring the arms down. So again, exhale to come up, inhale to slowly come down. Something to be thoughtful of as you bicep curl and go to overhead press, that we don't jut the head forward and the arms back in order to do that. We want to stay stacked so that we're nice and stable all the way through and keeping our core connected. If that head and rib cage jut forward, then I'm losing some of the power of my core, and I'm depending on my back in order to get those arms overhead. So again, keep that weight in your heels, keep that tailbone long as you bicep curl, and then go to power straight up overhead. As you come back down, you'll lower the arms. Reverse grip rows with a bat wing hold. So I'm going to stand off to the side so you can see my profile a little bit better for this exercise. So I'm going to start with my palms facing forward. I'm going to hip hinge back down into that position. And I'm going to maintain this position here throughout, maintaining my gaze about 3 feet in front of me. I'm going to exhale and pull both arms all the way up. And then from here, I'm going to inhale as I lower one arm, exhale to pull it back up. Then alternate, inhale as I lower the other arm, exhale to pull it up. So as I'm switching, my stationary arm is still working because it's holding that weight up at the top and making my upper back have to maintain that weight while I control the moving arm. So if you need to take a break in between with that hip hinge strategy, feel free to do one pull on each side and then stand tall in between each rep until you can build more strength to maintain that hip hinge strategy throughout.
So for our clamshell here, we're gonna start on your forearm. Rest that elbow right underneath your shoulder, connecting this lower side of your abdominals so that you're also getting an oblique connection with your clamshell at the same time. Hips are gonna be stacked, feet are stacked as well. They're gonna stay in that position throughout the exercise. My knee here, my top knee is going to be lifting and lowering, hence the name clamshell. The important thing here is as you connect, you're gonna draw up and in with your exhale, connect your core, and then lift that knee up in the process against that band. Inhale to slowly lower it back down with control. Be thoughtful that as you lift, that your hips are not rolling back. This is a common compensatory pattern that people will use, and then that's working more of your hip flexor instead of your glute. I want you to feel that work back here in your seat. So the other thing to be thoughtful of too is as you lift, be thoughtful that your feet are not trying to pull up with you at the same time. So knee comes up, slowly lower down with control throughout the exercise. All right, squat with a chest press. So you're gonna lower down into your squat, bring your weight to your chest, keep your tailbone long, exhale to reach out in front, noticing how your core has to increase in activation to hold. Pull the weight in, stand tall. So again, inhale to lower, exhale, bring the weight back in, stand tall.